Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get into this topic here. As you all know, LeBron is considered to be one of the 5 greatest players of all time. I certainly have him in my top 5. Some people have him as, have him in their top 2. Some people have him out of the top 5. But the majority of the people out there have him in the top 5. And there's some people that have him as high as number 1. And this is something that has been kind of happening over the last few years. Now, one of LeBron James's former teammates, Iman Shumpert, who was a talented kind of two-way player, but more so known for his defense, in the past, because I believe he's from Chicago, I believe in the past when he was asked to kind of weigh in on who he believes the greatest player of all time was, he always said, or religiously said, it was Michael Jordan. The last time I saw him discuss this was on the Bootleg Kev podcast, where he went on there, and Bootleg Kev, I believe, he believes LeBron is the greatest player of all time. So when him and Iman were discussing this, he said that he believes that LeBron is the greatest player of all time, and Iman said that's a de-essing statement. Right, and a lot of us cracked up about it because he took a very adamant position that Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time. But then I came across some news here this morning from an article called W247HH.com. I'm not sure if it's a radio or a radio station or something like that. Pretty big channel. They have about 100,000 subscribers. And in this particular show, he was there talking about LeBron James as a teammate. He was talking about the GOAT, and he was talking about Chicago ball versus the NBA. So as he was talking, he began to explain what he believes makes LeBron James a basketball genius. And then towards the very end of his monologue, he then says that he now has LeBron as the greatest player of all time. So what we want to do is want to play what Iman Shumpert had to say. It's a bit long, but I want you guys to listen to it in its entirety, and then we'll come back to react to his statement. Take a listen to that.
I had to play under Melo. Like, Melo's that guy. Where it's like, I can't jump in your body and do it for you, Shump. Like, he gonna tell me stuff like how he see it in his mind, but if I can't get it, he ain't gonna do it 30 times. He just gonna be like, look, give me the ball. I'll do it. Pass it to me, and then I'll do it in the game. How about that? Bron is like, all right, you can't do it this way. I can show you this way. All right, think about it like this. Like, he would do stuff like be in a game, and he the first player I ever played with where it's like, hey, G, we finna go in here, buddy ass. He's shading over here. Like, he's shading on me, G. Like, I'm not open. He like, no, you gonna be open. And then he'll be out there. He be like, no, Shump, don't stay right there. Don't move. Now, Tristan, you dive. If he tags you, I'm gonna throw this right to Shump. Like, he'll say it. Like, and we'll be on the court. I'm on the court like, hey, man. Hey, man, this better not work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if I'm on the other team and you do that, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm fouling. I'm fouling something. Immediately. I gotta foul you. I gotta not even a regular foul. Like, I gotta make a statement and let it be known. Like, gee, this is like you playing a real game against real people right now. But Bron is like literally playing chess with you. Like, no, this is how this works. You do this, you make that move, and then my rook is just gonna come across the board and clear you. Go ahead, do it. I'm telling you, that's all that's going on. The play over with. The ball in my hand. I'm on the block. This is all y'all could do. Y'all have to send a double on me, otherwise I'm gonna kill this man. Why y'all sending that double? Tristan finna crash. If that man don't tag, he gonna dunk it. If that man tags, he gonna shoot a 3. Which one you want for a timeout? Now, if a man could do that with his back turned, sitting right here with the ball palm, talking to the crowd, doing all that, like the man, you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, that's a different type of scary for me. Because for me, as a defender, my thing is I see what your rhythm is. I'm messing up your whole rhythm. Like, okay, you like to do in and outs before you go into your move. So it's the moment you finna do an in and out, I'm going to jab at you, mess up your in and out. Now you all rattled. Now you finna do something you didn't have planned. It's going to go bad, fam. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But when somebody turn their back and stand there and then yell so that even the crowd could hear it, Joe, like, no, you crash, and if he tag you, I'm going to throw it to the corner. No, you good. Stay right there. Like, that's how he be talking. It'd be nice and loud. And I was like, this is a a mindset I've never seen. I've seen a point guard talk trash to him, and instead of like feeling like you can't go at the point guard, he'll really make it like, oh, you want to make the game about you? Cool. Kyrie, come set this ball screen. Kyrie will set the ball screen. Bron will come off it fast, pull it out, and now this point guard got to guard Bron because he know y'all switching. You know what I'm saying? Like, but his mindset of, you want to play X's and O's, I'll play whatever chess game you want and I'll beat you, is incredible because no other athlete does that. To me, I feel like everybody else plays their game. They don't look at what you got going on and be like, all right, this is what I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying? They be like, nah, this is what I'm finna do, stop me. And that's why you lose to Bron, because Bron will play your game. He's playing your game. He's just gonna beat you at it. And that's weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like an insult to pride, you know what I mean? So yeah, when I think back on it, I just be like, bro, if I could play chess like that, like he's obviously been playing chess the longest in the NBA, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could play chess that good, I would. Like I would never stop playing. People be like, you be playing when is he gonna stop playing? I wouldn't stop. If you could play chess like this, don't stop. Like he could play in the park all day, be that old man in the park busting y'all ass at chess. Like just because he's, you know what I'm saying? He's still a avatar, whether it's old or young, it's the avatar. You know what I'm saying? Like it still could protect the human. So he out there, he gonna turn his back and he gonna play this old man game, but he could do it for a long ass time and then he could teach everybody around him. It's just, it sucks because for him to be Bron, sometimes it takes away from other people's superpowers. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only problem with him getting older. He can't help you turn up. Sometimes he slow you down. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to get his off. But yeah, incredible basketball player. I just put him past, I told you, Shorty just passed Mike on my list for the greatest.
So, you heard what Iman had to say. He now believes that LeBron is the greatest player of all time. Now, I think this is a nuanced conversation based upon what he said. Number one, I absolutely enjoyed his explanation of what he believes makes LeBron James an all-time great. I think he took us behind the curtains in terms of how LeBron's mind works. I thought that was very fascinating insight, to be quite honest with you with what he said. I thought it was spot on, and I enjoyed listening to it from a basketball kind of educational standpoint. It was very educating for me, at least for my edification, at the very least. I think what Iman was kind of saying was that I believe that because Iman played with LeBron and he was in awe of LeBron's ability, I guess in comparison to his own and maybe some of his other teammates, I think that's the reason it's causing Iman Shumpert to take this position. I think whenever you say MJ is the greatest, you're kind of making that statement based on what you've been able to observe from afar, right? Most people that say that, never played with Michael Jordan. Very few people who play with him will say that. Of course, Scottie Pippen, who's just been saying a bunch of nonsense recently. But most people consider Jordan the GOAT from afar. But I think that because Iman had the privilege to be LeBron's teammate, I think he was more in awe of how, LeBron displayed his own individual greatness. And I think that's the reason that he's saying that. And, based on his explanation, I don't have a problem with it. You know why? Because I believe Iman Shumpert is saying that LeBron is the GOAT based off of his experience, right? And I can understand that. Do I think that LeBron is the GOAT though? No, I think MJ is the GOAT. I'm one of the people that don't really believe it's a close argument whatsoever. I believe Jordan is just that far ahead of everyone. I've said in the past, and I'll reiterate that point once more, I believe Jordan just belongs on the list by himself. I think you should have Michael Jordan on a separate sheet of paper, and then you should start the list from number 1, number 2, and work your way down. I think he's just that elite. I think he's just that much of an outlier. If you look at his career, if you look at the way he played, and I think a lot of people don't really factor that into their decision when they're coming up with who's the greatest player of all time. You got to watch players play too, because the eye test matters. You can look at a guy and tell, hey, this guy knows how to play basketball, right? I think if you judge MJ from every single metric, he's a GOAT, and I think he runs away with that title. If you look at it from a winning standpoint, if you look at it from a basketball playing standpoint in terms of how he looks playing ball, the eye test, I think if you look at some of his accomplishments, I mean, it's just unheard of. I think MJ is the greatest two-way player in the history of basketball. There've been some incredible defensive players like Dennis Rodman, like Hakeem Olajuwon, like Bill Russell, and so many others, Tim Duncan, Ben Wallace, and these guys. There have been some great offensive players like Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Jerry West, and all of these guys, LeBron and them. But you haven't had a combination where you've had a single player show that level of dominance on both offense and defense. It's just not there. It's just not there. And based on my knowledge of basketball, just from listening to a lot of professional players talk about it, they said that the hardest type of player to be in the NBA is a two-way player. And I think Jordan did that at the highest level the sport has ever seen. I think the second guy that came close to that is Kobe Bryant. But this is just my view, right? These are my metrics. But I respect Iman Shumpert's explanation, because I think he tried to make a good explanation. Unlike Lil Wayne, who just put up an explanation. He was like, well, LeBron won with 3 teams, so therefore he's a good. I'm like, come on, bro, stop. Okay, so Jordan didn't need to join 3 teams. So what's the point? Like, how's that taken away from Michael? I didn't understand that point. But I thought it was interesting to see him do an about face. I wonder why he came to this conclusion based on the fact that the last time he made that statement, he was already retired. So I don't know what new information he was able to unearth. But these are his thoughts. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about what Iman Shumpert had to say? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show.